one of the big issues in relationships are your differences. And your differences, they really do fascinate you. Like I personally am really glad that Pam looks like a woman. Like that has been the source of a lot of joy in my life. And now there are times I'd like to come over and rearrange the way she thinks so that I understand her a little bit better. But if she had to give up the way she looks in order for me to understand her better, I would forego that in a heartbeat. Because these differences, they fascinate us, but they also frustrate us. And so we have to know what to do with them. We know these differences are deliberate because in Genesis 1:27, we are told God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him, male and female, he created them. And so the real question comes, how do we work with the differences that God built into our relationships?
Because it goes back to your DNA, XX, XY, estrogen, testosterone. Yep, it impacts us.
And as we were working with relationships, we started looking for how do we find a male-friendly way to describe this? And that word picture is men are like waffles.
And women are like spaghetti. Yep.
So let me talk about the men first. If you were to diagram the way a typical man processes information in life, it actually looks like a waffle. There's a bunch of boxes. All those boxes are separated from one another by walls. And the way we as men operate is the first issue in life goes in the first box. The second issue in life goes in the second box. The third issue in life goes in the third box, and so on. And we as men, we spend time in one box at a time and one box only. So when a man is at work, he is literally at work. When a man is out in the yard doing yard work, he is in the yard doing yard work.
When he's washing the boat, he's washing the boat.
Right. And when a man's watching TV,
hello,
he's just watching TV. We do one thing at a time and one thing only.
Social scientists say that men compartmentalize and women integrate, but nobody really talks like that. And so if you look at the way our brain is wired, we actually have more connections between the two hemispheres of our brain. And so if you look at the way our brain is wired, it kind of looks like one noodle laying on a plate of spaghetti. If you follow that noodle around that plate, it looks like it touches pretty much every other noodle on the plate. And that's the same way we women process life, is we travel through life making emotional connections to the people and things that matter most to us. And so by nature, we're really awesome at multitasking, or sometimes today it's called toggle tasking. But when it comes to communication, that multitasking or toggle tasking, jumping from thing to thing to thing, can sometimes drive the men in our world, our husband, our dad, the guy we're dating, male coworkers, our brother, might drive them just a little bit crazy because that's not how they process their life. It pays to be a good listener.
Right, which is why in the Bible, James 1:19 tells us everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. And if you want to see improvement in your relationship starting today, the skill to begin with is learning how to be a good listener.